we have a few things that we can do, right? So we know that we need a fax number for Harue's home because she is the only one we know who has a fax machine. We also know that we can continue these story branches that aren't grayed out, right? So this has a branch. So this one has a branch. This one still needs to be continued. This one probably has a branch. Before I do click on Harue's little tail, I do want to get like this theory out of my head. So I don't think we've come across anyone who has been outwardly stated as an orphan or as someone who is adopted. We do have two potentials as far as that goes. And that is Ayame being the adoptee. And there was another girl that Yoshimi was in talks with. But I'm leaning more towards Ayame being the abandoned baby, being Shino reincarnated. And there's a couple reasons why. So one, we know that Fumichika successfully used a resurrection ritual. It wasn't necessarily the rite of resurrection. It was a different resurrection ritual using black magic. He brought back Shino, who is the love of his life. He resurrected her, but she came back reincarnated as a baby. And then Nejima was caught by Tetsuo and the police force. So I believe that Tetsuo took this baby and adopted her. And that baby grew up to be Ayame. Now, because Ayame was involved in so many of the incidents, she was involved in the car crash that killed Michiyo. She was the one that manipulated Namigaki into keeping quiet. She was also the one that inspected Michiyo's body. She possibly could have taken the talisman at that time. And then she was also the one who told Namigaki about the rite of resurrection. How would she know that? How would she know that? So yeah, there's just too many things coinciding already that make me very suspicious of Ayame. And so I really do think she's just a baddie. So anyway, we're gonna get back to it. We're gonna try to find a phone number in Harue's home. If not, we're gonna try to coincide Tetsuo and her storyline around this time and see if we can get another branching path. Or open up one of these. Okay. And break. So let's resume Too Much to Handle. Let's head back to the Shigema residence. And finally inspect this fax machine. A fax machine. It can send images to other places along the telephone network. Oh, here we go! We got the phone number! The number for our home is 63 star. Ma'am, is everything okay? I'm fine. There's just something I wanted to check. That's so. Okay! We got the number! Well, that was quick. I think the only other thing we have to do... Do we move him? Let's keep him here for now. Let's keep her here for now, at her home. I do want to revisit this, just real quick. What happens if we resume? After the report. Okay, they're still at the school. Oh no, they just go into the school. Okay. So that's not what I wanted to do. After the report. So I don't want to go inside the building yet. But I don't think there's anything else that we can do here. Isn't that weird? So what else can we do? We could go back here and see if there's another branching path. So what happens if we just resume? Oh, there is a branching path here! We could follow Namagaki from the get-go and just probably die right there. So we can do that. We can do that real quick. Excuse me, you girls over there. Whoa. Sorry, I didn't mean to eavesdrop, but something you said caught my attention. And who might you be? I'm Yutaro Namagaki. I should probably tell you. Until yesterday, I was a curse bearer. That should clear things up. A curse bearer? Oh, you don't need to be scared. I've already given up the curse stone of the foot-washing mansion. The foot-washing mansion? So you're the one Inspector Tsutsumi was talking about. Oh, you already know Inspector Tsutsumi. That makes this simple. There's nothing to worry about. Oh. Hey! You're in the driver's seat. Okay. Yes? Wait, what? Just now I was doing something. Sorry, Mr. Namagaki. What might be the matter? Right. I actually wanted to discuss something with you two. Would you come with me if you have a little time? Discuss something with us? You were talking about Michiyo Shiraishi, right? It's related to that. Huh? I'm sure you would learn a few things yourself. If not now, later is fine. I'll be waiting around Ryogoku Bridge. Something rubs me the wrong way about this, but he mentioned Michiyo. What should we do? Let's talk to him. This is the branching path we have to go through. Well, I suppose we may as well hear what it is you have to say. Glad to hear it. Then shall we relocate somewhere else? I mean, you don't have to relocate. And they're back at Ryogoku Bridge. So, what did you want to discuss with us? Let's see. How do I put this? I'll tell you straight. I want you two to use your curse stones to bring Michiyo Shiraishi back from the dead. What? Huh? It's why I was pursuing the rite of resurrection in the first place. Unfortunately, I had to give up my curse stone before I could succeed. But you two are curse bearers with some kind of connection to her, which means this is the perfect opportunity for me to ask you for this. Well, I'm sorry, this is all so sudden. I still don't understand why you would want this. What exactly is your relationship with Michiyo? Well, we met briefly once. I was so sad to hear the news of her death the other day. Right. Well, it would be great if we could bring Michiyo back. But we've already decided not to use the rite of resurrection. She's so angry. Look at her face. She is not having any of this. Is that so? It seems, however, that we share a goal. I wouldn't mind collecting the soul dregs for you, if you gave me your curse stone, you know. We'll have to decline that as well. Our goal is to stop this curse. Where's she going? I see. Well, that's too bad. I suppose I'll have to give up on the curse stones. Thank you for understanding. I thought he was a little suspicious, but he left without making a fuss. But why does he want to bring Michiyo back? Yako? Uh-oh. Did she go off somewhere while we were talking? Yeah, yes she did. I finally caught up to you. I don't know if you noticed me following you or not, but leading me to a secluded place? You've got guts. I'm sorry, but I'll be taking your curse stone. Either you hand it over, or I'll have to take it by force. Why are you posing? As if you still have your foot washing mansion. What? Why? Are you... No, she's here again. I don't understand. Wait, it was just an accident. I swear I didn't mean to. That's why I was trying to bring you back. Huh? You're already ready. Whoa! We got an end, boys! After this, Fumichika Nejima went on to use the power of his curse to commit mass murder, shocking the public with the unprecedented tragedy. And from that day on, Yako Sakazaki was never heard from again. Ending 1. Michiyo's Grudge. We got an ending! Okay. Well. Now what? Further report. Oh, hey, Eddie. I wanted to ask you something. Aye, aye, boss. Jeez, you're an eager beaver. I haven't even said what it was yet. Right. Well, what is it then? Can't remember what you had for dinner last night? Looks like that agent over there is having some trouble with his pen. So if you got a spare, go lend it to him. And for the record, I had katsudon last night. Ooh, yummy. No need to worry about me going senile just yet. I know I look like a genius, but I didn't think I came across as the type to carry spare pens on my person.
You? A genius? You're dreaming.
But if his pen just stopped working, he can get it going again with just a bit of nail polish remover.
Nail polish remover?
We got it! Yeah, you know, what you use to remove nail polish? Never used it before?
Do I look like I would've? Don't make me sound crazy for not having used this stuff. I doubt you have either.
Oh no, I've used it alright. Did you know that it can remove oil-based ink stains? Which is also why it can be used to fix old dried up pen nibs. Whatever's in there that removes the ink also doubles as a way to unclog pens.
Huh, good to know. Still, I wouldn't call you a genius, but it's something.
You gotta make sure the remover doesn't mix with the ink though, or it'll ruin it.
Doesn't that defeat the purpose?
Not to worry. I don't have nail polish remover on me right now anyway.
Oh, no problem then. That doesn't fix anything.
Long story short, I don't have a spare pen.
Jeez, alright, I'll let him know.
We got it! Let's get into the school. Let's get to Mayu! Mayu! Okay, we need to find nail polish remover. So, cabinets? Left. Okay, no supplies there. Nothing there. Do I need to, like, investigate the pen first before she thinks about the nail polish? Can be fixed with nail polish remover. Huh? You can fix this with nail polish remover? What the... Why did that pop into my head all of a sudden? Well, might as well give it a try. If this is one of Hihaku's warehouses, there just might be some nail polish remover somewhere. In these boxes? What was in these cardboard boxes again? Chemicals. Ah, disposed bottles and soap. I wonder if there could be... There is! Nail polish remover. There's no label, but I'm sure that's what this is. Alright, so if I use this... Nail polish remover. Hihaku Soaps' logo is on it. Use on pen. The tip of the pen has been soaked in nail polish remover. I should be able to use the pen now, at least for a while. Okay. We have the number, we have the pen. Fax machine. The number is... It happened again. The number for a fax machine just popped into my head. There's no way all this information is coming from my own brain. Could someone be sending me their thoughts? Never mind. I have to focus. Let's get this message sent. Now, I need to tell them where I am. If I tell them everything I know about this place, they should be able to figure out where it is. First, I know I'm in a building owned by Hihaku, a factory or a warehouse. As for the address, it should be close to... Oh, okay, the factory. Honji Bridge. That's right. My curse echo is the beckoning light. That means this place must be near Honji Bridge. Okay, time to send it. I think this is how you do it? Alright. If the machine I sent it to is connected, it should be sent. Now I wait. Please, somebody. Okay, and let's end it there. Back to Haruhi! And Richter! Fax machine? Oh, the phones. Be my guess. You wouldn't want to keep them waiting. Thank you. I shouldn't be long. Hello, Shiguma residence. Oh, it wasn't the phone. What's wrong? Nothing. It was just the fax machine. I'm still not quite used to it. Oh, this is a fax machine? Amazing. So this is how they look. This is incredible. Goodbye to snail mail, am I right? This is the future. I didn't think it would excite you so much. Oh, something came out. Is it finished? I could watch this thing all day. Huh? What is this? It looks like it was written in pen, but what's it say? What's it say? It says, help, I'm trapped in a Hihaku soap's warehouse or factory near Hoonji Bridge. Huh? Hihaku? Why would somebody send me such a message? Am I being pranked? No, this is too fishy to be a coincidence. I wouldn't put it past Hihaku to have someone locked up if it's got anything to do with procuring the right. We should check it out. Hopefully, we don't find anything so sinister. So I think earlier they saw the beckoning light because Mayu was knocked out, and so the spirit had a little bit more power. Anyway, what do we think right now? And if what I saw was the curse echo of the beckoning light, we saw that. Okay, so check out the factory. After looking around, I determined the abandoned factory is indeed Hihaku's. An abandoned factory near the Hoonji Bridge. Everything lines up. So the person who faxed us for help is in there? Let's find out. If there's nothing, we should wrap up fast. But isn't this place locked? Don't underestimate me, ma'am. I can make short work of a simple little lock like this. Oh my, you truly are something else. Please, be careful then. We did it! Oh, wait. We didn't do it? Okay, well, there's obviously still something we need to do. So let's get onto the bridge? Maybe? What can we do here on the bridge? Let's see. Start after conversation, maybe? Oh wait, what if we don't tell him to put the gun away? Huh? Whoa, whoa, whoa! What's happening? Huh? What? Stay back or I'll shoot!
Wait, stop! Don't actually shoot, you idiot!
See you around, dumb fucks.
Shit, he jumped.
Edio!
Damn it! After him! Don't let him get away!
Uh-oh. This sounds very solemn.
From HQ to all bureaus. Suspect evaded officers at Komagata Bridge and fled, and currently remains at large. The time at which he threatened to carry out his attack is approaching. In response, we will call reinforcements and widen the search perimeter beyond the immediate Sumida River area.
So, this is already different, right? In this case, Ayame wasn't there for him to kidnap as a hostage. So he fled on his own by river. Oh my god, but Eryo straight shot it, like, oh my god, where are my thoughts? Eryo shot straight into the crowd in this case. Did Ayame die? I should just continue with the story. Boss. 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 Boss, I'm sorry. It's all my fault. If only I hadn't lost my nerve and opened fire.
Enough. I told you already. It's on me. I should have told you to lower your weapon. Thinking that chasing him to the river would corner him was also a miscalculation. Sure, it's possible that right now he's sleeping with the fishes at the bottom of the river, but somehow I doubt things would be that easy.
Do you think he really can kill hundreds of people?
Who knows? Him saying he already used his curse turned out to be a bluff. Hard to believe he could kill hundreds at once, even with a curse stone, but all we can do is pray that he's lying.
Oh my goodness. The condition for Nejima's curse stone, the one-sided reed, was only later discovered. Kills by dismemberment, one whose face, address, name, age, occupation, and location are all known by the curse bearer. And so, at sunset that day, out of 632 students enrolled at Komagata High School, the 377 who were at home each had one arm and one leg severed, one by one, in the order they appeared in the school register. They bled to death while screaming in agony. Having no known cause, this atrocity terrified the public, resulting in widespread panic. Before long, fear and speculation plunged society into total chaos, and misinformation about the curses began to spread. A series of unrelated incidents broke out, unleashing pandemonium beyond all control. While it is uncertain whether Fumichika Nejima intended things to go this far, Tetsuo Tatsumi's daughter, Ayame Tono, was also killed by Nejima's curse shortly after. And Tetsuo Tatsumi, unable to bear the heavy responsibility or the people's blame, quit the police force and fled from the public eye. At the very least, Nejima's goal of driving Tetsuo Tatsumi to ruin could not have been more thoroughly achieved. Thus, with his rapturous satisfaction, the curtains close on. Ending 2, Nejima's Reminiscence. What Nejima went on to use his enormous hoard of soul dregs for remains unclear. But according to later reports, Nejima devoted himself to his master, a woman called Lady Ashino. Shino? I have no words. Oh my god. Oh. He really did kill so many people. That ending was horrifying. Well, we've got one route to go. Let's do this. Start after the visit? Let's try to go in again. If Hihaku is no good, I don't know if we have any other options. Huh? What is it? That person coming this way. What, that tall guy? Do you know him? Yeah, from a little while back. Mr. Yumioka, over here. From a while back? What do you know him for? Oh. You're Gamyodo's manager, Mr. Yumioka, yes? Good to see you again. Miss Kurosuzu. What a coincidence running into you here. Gamyodo? Yumioka? What do we think? Just what kind of person is this guy? Well, we got something new. I mean, I definitely wasn't expecting to run into him. But it's something. He's been trying to avoid eye contact with Mio since he noticed it was her. Something's fishy. How have things been since we last met? If she just stays with her training, she won't have to rely on cheating people anymore. Yes, she's been keeping at it. Cheating people? Miss Kurosuzu, so glad to see you're doing well. I assure you, we've had no issues you need to concern yourself with. Well, we have issue we need to concern ourselves with. You gotta tell me what happened. A case from a while back. A family overseeing a reliquary came to us, saying they were being investigated by someone suspicious. Investigated? A psychic named Suigen Gamyodo suddenly showed up. She said that she had a premonition that something terrible would happen and had to exorcise the temple immediately. Sounds like a cover for a burglary. After they notified the police, I was dispatched there by Paranormal Affairs. I inspected the place myself, but didn't see anything wrong, so I sent them away. He acted as Gamyodo's manager during the case. That is pretty suspicious. Apparently, she was looking for something there, but I told her there's no excuse for fraud and sent her off with a scolding. And honestly, Gamyodo didn't even have much spirit sense to speak of, which soured my mood on the whole thing. Right, so she was one of those types then. Well, she's involved in all kinds of stuff, so she may at least be knowledgeable about paranormal objects. Like he's a little too nervous for just running into an acquaintance. I think that was a continuation of this thought over here. Any more insight, Mio? But essentially, she's one of those fraudulent psychics that are so common nowadays. If you have no further business with me, then I'll be on my... Oh, before you go, Gamyodo seemed to know a lot about paranormal objects. It would be a huge help if we could ask her about something. And what might that be? Is she familiar with an ancient text called the Record of Fates Yin Scroll? Or anything about the descendants of an onmyoji named Seiman Tsuchimikado? I beg your pardon? Miss Kurosuzu, how do you... So you know about it. I see. If that's what you're after, then that means... Hold it! Don't tell me you're trying to snatch up some innocent schoolgirls this time. Stop right there! Huh? Mayu! If it isn't Yumioka, what a pleasure to see you again. Mayu Chozawa, what are you doing here? Huh? Chozawa? This investigator here helped me out. You really did a number on me. What do you know? We just so happen to have some business with Hihaku ourselves. Why don't you join us? You can do that much for us, can't you? You work for Hihaku after all. Depending on how this conversation goes, I won't have to get the police involved. Huh? You work for Hihaku? What's going on? There's really no way you can refuse, though, is there? You two young ladies must be involved as well. Would you care to join us? Oh, sure. Well, this is a development. Almost all of our key players. Quite the view, isn't it? Why at the park? How long can you play dumb with this many people lined up and wanting answers from you? You'd better just give in and come clean with everything you know. Why at the park, though? She's Mayu Chozawa, the fiancée of Hajime Yoshimi, the police officer. I'll have to talk to her about Hitomi later. He's clearly shaken by all this. It feels like he's desperately racking his brain for a way to get out of this. It's almost hard to watch. We were introduced briefly earlier, but this flashy-looking guy is a private investigator. I thought they were only like that in TV shows, but I guess they're pretty intense in real life, too. She was only introduced as the investigator's client. She's cool. It feels like we wouldn't stand a chance against a full-grown woman like her. But Mia was amazing too, keeping her cool at a time like this. She must be used to dealing with adults by now. Excuse me. I had no idea that Gamyodo was connected with Hihaku. So I'd just like to ask, was it Miss Yamamori from Hihaku who obtained the Record of Fates and passed it on to Araishi? No, that was not the case. Oh, my mistake. Was it Suiren Gamyodo's doing then? No, it was not. We first learned of the Record of Fates from Mr. Araishi. It was then that Miss Yamamori gained an interest and extended a contract to compensate him in return for his research and findings. Then who was it that activated the Feast of Shadows to call forth the curse of the Seven Mysteries? I give you my word that we had no part in that. We had learned from Araishi beforehand that something would happen at midnight last night. And that is all. Hey! There's no way that's true. Stop lying. I must ask that you please refrain from violence. Oh, hold on, Yako. It's all right. The minute I learned that Gamyoto was none other than the queen of Hihaku herself, I felt that was the case. She doesn't have strong enough spirit sense for it. Oh, gotcha. While it is somewhat shameful, if you require proof, then so be it. Wait. What? So that talk of supernatural powers was just hot air? I don't think she has zero spirit sense, but even Yako here has more than her. I do? Also, the spirit power lingering in this park has been bothering me for quite some time. The person who died here must have had considerably powerful spirit sense. If they were a Hihaku employee, then maybe they should have been the one running things. My, to think Shogo Oki was so talented. At any rate, Hihaku wasn't the mastermind behind exposing the record of fates to the world and initiating the Feast of Shadows. I think we can be sure about that. Alright. Excuse me, are you new to all of this too? Oh, I guess I'm kind of just tagging along. Me too. Let's make sure not to get in the way, shall we? Right. Now then, I've come to hand over the Haunting Clapper's curse stone like I promised. Curse stone? Thank you. I have to admit, I'm surprised that you're a man of your word. But first, I've got some questions about the curse stones you already have. What exactly do you want to know? Earlier, you said that Hihaku have collected 6 curse stones already. 6? I'd like to confirm which of the 7 mysteries they correspond to. And why do you need to know that? Because I don't trust, of course. If you really collected them like you say, you'd have no problem saying which curse stones they are, right? First, the Whispering Canal. Good, good. What else? Mayu Chozawa over there has the Beckoning Light. That wasn't the question, man! Yep, you were the one who made sure I got that. What? Unfortunately for you, I don't feel like handing it over. So I don't think it counts as one of yours. Good to know. Anyway, do continue. Next, there's the ever-burning lantern, which we gave to Hideki Araishi. Huh? So, you consider that one of Hihaku's then? Whatever. We'll worry about that later. That's 3. What about the others? Well, the others are... the Foot-Washing Mansion and the Evergreen Beach. What? And lastly, the Fool's Procession, if I recall. So you claim. How about it, mademoiselle? That's wrong! Those 3 are with Inspector Tatsumi. Why would you name him? Why would you dox him like that, Yako? I gave the Fool's Procession to him myself, so I know he's wrong. There you have it. Too bad for you, pal. If our agreement was founded on lies, then I have no duty to hand over my curse stone like I promised. Meaning, the only curse stone you have is the Whispering Canal. And it inevitably follows that you used it to kill that young man at Kinshibori Park. Such a horrible act, and to your own employee, no less.
No, there you are mistaken. To be entirely frank with you, we do not possess a single curse stone.
What?
We plan to collect soul dregs using any method available to us, of course, as we needed the right. But committing murder ourselves was too much of a risk. We intended on having others collect the soul dregs for us.
Is that so?
Therefore, I myself have no soul dregs in my possession. It was our plan to arrange for particularly greedy individuals to receive the curses.
What?
It is possible Shogookie came to possess the Whispering Canal because of that, but by the time I became aware of this, he was already dead.
I don't believe you. Are you really trying to talk your way out of this now? So, Yoko could still be alive.
But how did she snatch the Whispering Canal?
Or do you really want me to believe a Hihaku employee was cursed by complete coincidence?
That is the truth, whether you believe me or not. It must have been someone else entirely who took Shogookie's stone and killed him. I have no idea whatsoever whose hands the Whispering Canal is in now, nor where they may be. Oh, could it really be? Then it wasn't Hihaku who put the idea in Fumichika Nejima's head to get a curse stone either.
Is Yoko Shino?
Nejima? The only ones we've negotiated with are Iwai and Araishi. Interesting.
Excuse me, but does that mean you don't know the location of the remaining curse stones either? There's one that hasn't been mentioned. What about the Taiko of Tsugaru?
Oh, good question, my mysterious mademoiselle. I'm afraid we have no information in that regard either. Have you heard enough about curse stones? I have nothing else to tell you.
I'll cut to the chase then. Are you the ones who killed Hajime Yoshimi?
No, we did not.
Don't try and play dumb now. If not you, then who?
That much I don't know.
Well, it is true that we were after the information he possessed. He was killed by someone else before we could acquire it, which forced us to target you instead, Miss Chozawa.
And that's why you forced me to talk, and why I ended up with this curse, huh? Indeed, though I never thought you would escape.
Well, it took a couple of miracles, but yeah, I got out. And just what information did Hajime have that you wanted? You really think you can get away without answering now?
But
real quick.
Hajime.
It doesn't say how he died. I know we had notes before. But if anyone remembers how Hajime died, I would be very interested in that. I can't recall. I'm trying to recall if he died by drowning. But yeah, I don't know. I don't remember. I vaguely recall, or maybe I'm just making this up, that he died similarly to similarly to Michiyo, but I could be recalling that wrong. That could be the other deaths of like Jonoichi and whoever, Iwai, like melding into my head. So yeah, let me know if you remember how he died. Because if it was drowning, then it was for sure Yoko, right? I completely forgot about Yoko being a suspect. I mean, she could be Shino. Okay, let's talk. Why is he panting? Why is he panting? Fine, I'll let someone else ask you something for now.
Excuse me, Mr. Investigator?
What is it, mademoiselle?
Would you be willing to give up the curse stone you have?
Ah, yes, you have a point. They're too dangerous to carelessly walk around with in one's pockets. However, sorry to disappoint you, that's not possible at the moment.
And why is that?
Ah, you don't know, do you? Then I'll tell both you and our friend from Hihaku over there. I doubt any of you have attempted it yet, but it seems that curse stones cannot be given to normal people.
Huh?
What? I actually tested it with the madam here earlier. Even if you give the curse stone to someone else, the curse bearer doesn't change, and the stone eventually makes its way back to the bearer. It's almost obvious when you think about it, seeing as how the curse stones appeared to the curse bearers of their own accord to begin with.
But Inspector Tsutsumi has collected curse stones from other curse bearers.
Then Inspector Tsutsumi must be a curse bearer himself.
So, from what you're saying, curse stones can only be transferred between curse bearers, and obtaining a curse stone alone doesn't make someone a curse bearer, so they can't use its curse?
Exactly. So they aren't quite as dangerous as you think. As for Hihaku's intention of just collecting the curse stones for themselves, unfortunately for them, it was never gonna work. Unless there's a curse bearer among them.
That damn Araishi! How could he not know this? That must be why I sensed that I couldn't take Yako's curse stone. I returned it right away when I borrowed it from her earlier.
That's precisely how it works, my mysterious mademoiselle. I'll give mine directly to Inspector Tsutsumi later.
If you know Inspector Tsutsumi, then I think that's best. Thank you.
Wait. So that kind of throws a wrench into my theory of Yoko being the curse bearer for the Whispering Canal. Because we know for a fact that Shogo is the curse bearer, right? That's why we played as him. So Yoko using the Whispering Canal on him, and then taking the curse stone, doesn't seem possible now.
And you know about the Record of Fate's Yin Scroll too, don't you? If you were researching the Rite of Resurrection in the Record of Fates, then you must have looked into the Yin Scroll as well.
That's right. The Record of Fates alone wasn't enough to learn how to collect soul dregs.
I'm sure you looked into many things on your own, but how much do you actually know? Who and where Seimon Tsuchimikado's descendants are? Were you able to find that sort of information with Gamyodo's connections?
I can't reveal that. Then would you prefer I expose to the public how Gamyodo is a fraud with almost zero spirit sense?
Fine. I understand. From the results of our independent research, I found that Seimon Tsuchimikado's descendant was Hajime Yoshimi.
Knew it!
What? So that's why you went after Hajime. However, Hajime Yoshimi was only carrying a fragment of the whole.
Michiyo had the other one. A fragment?
That's right. He did say something about a fragment of an old manuscript. The location of the Yin scroll was hidden. This information was split into two and hidden in a pair of talismans, which were then passed down from generation to generation.
Talismans? I see.
Hajime Yoshimi was supposed to have one, but it was almost certainly stolen when he was killed. It's possible that he knew the location of the other as well. So that's why you questioned me about the things he'd inherited. The girl Hajime had been helping recently must have had it then.
Oh, Michiyo's talisman!
Yes, Michiyo Shiraishi was also likely a descendant of Seimon Tsuchimikado.
What?
The talisman she carried as a keepsake from her father. We searched for it based on Miss Chozawa's memories. However, Michiyo Shiraishi was already dead. Yes, by coincidence, she happened to be closely connected to Mr. Iwai, so we began our investigation too late. Or there. But he was already dead too, leaving you in a quandary.
I see. Mio, if we can get both of the talismans... Yep. We'll know the location of the Record of Fate's Yen Scroll.
Wow. Sometimes the answer is right under your nose.
Sometimes those answers are the hardest to find. Yako, let's keep quiet about the location of the talismans for now, okay? Right. No need for Yumioka to know. That was a close one. I almost let it slip.
Almost. Okay, I think that's about all we have to ask him. We'll let you off for today, since you went along with all our questions nicely. A pleasure working with you. We're done here. But the information you have... The hell are you whining about? I said we're done, so scram! He skedaddled real quick. That's all our business as well, so I shall be bidding you all farewell.
Yes, right. Excuse me, Mr. Investigator. Please don't forget about that curse stone.
Don't you fret. I'll hand it over to Inspector Tsumi like I promised. I'm glad I didn't end up having to give it to that Yumioka. Let's take our leave, madam. With this, we'll be freed from this troublesome curse ourselves. Oh no, this is bad. This is bad. Now bloodthirsty Haruhi knows where all the stones are.
That lady and the investigator. We should keep an eye on them. Agreed.
Really? Why?
I think they're up to something. Just my intuition, but still. Yeah, I wonder what that investigator really wanted out of all of this. If his goal was getting information about the curse stones, then this might be bad. Oh right, I got one of those curse stones too, the beckoning light. Oh right, if you wouldn't mind, would Could you give it to Inspector Tatsumi without using it? Yeah, sure. If you introduce me to the cop, that is. I feel like if I keep carrying it around with me, I'll start getting some weird ideas, too. I just remembered! Mayu, I have something important to tell you. Whoa! What's with all the yelling all of a sudden? You know a girl named Hitomi Okuda, don't you? Really? Hitomi has Hajime's talisman? Yes, he entrusted it to her in a panic just before his death. He sensed an imminent crisis closing in on him, but Hitomi was the only one around that he could ask for help. And so, I'm sorry she got left with such a big responsibility. That must mean that Hajime got killed by someone who was after that talisman. But since he gave it to someone else, they couldn't steal it like they wanted. I'll have to thank Hitomi for that. I also think it's going to be hard for us to get her to give up the talisman. Yeah, you may be right. It was Hajime's dying request to her. So, you two need the talisman for something? Yeah. Personally, I'd like to use the talisman as bait. And then I could get my hands on the bastard that killed Hajime. Please, I promise we'll uncover the mastermind behind all this. They probably have supernatural abilities at their disposal. Please leave them to us. Yeah, we'll catch them. Don't you worry. Well, look at that. You've got that look in your eyes. The look that young people get that says they'll get something done, no matter what it takes. How am I supposed to say no to that? You go find them and give them what they deserve for what they did to my Hajime, you hear? We will. I'm pretty mad at them myself. If punches work on them, I'll give them a good one. Now that I can get behind. I'll leave it to you two. Now then, your next move should be to find Hitomi and get that talisman. Though, isn't there one more talisman that you need? Right, but we've got a pretty good idea of where the one Michiyo had was. We'll have to check with Inspector Tatsumi about that. We should go back to the school and call him. You got it. Okay, I'll head to the high school now and wait for you there. Perfect. And so it goes.